back with it. Greatest nation since United Nations. Let's get into this. Now, shout out to my designers from the Bronx. Shout out to all y'all holding me down, keeping things lit. Shout out to the nations. You know how it rocks. We ain't going to say too much. We going to keep it to the story. Here's what I got to say. The 28th, Micheal Boatwright is back in court for the statements. What is going to unfold? This is by XxxTentacion calling out the time, letting us know, give a shout out, commenter, recognition. Most things I do, if it was commenter recognition, I put it in commenter recognition. Not everybody wants their name shouted out. Nage may not have wanted to, but I wanted to give that out anyway. So he's going back to court, and we've seen this lawyer has come out. Now, shout out to the Peaceful, brought out another factor in it. He has gotten different legal counsel. So not only is he stepping into this court case anew, he's gotten new legal counsel. Uh-oh. So not only did this guy take a stance like, I'm going to fight for my freedom, but he took a stance saying, these people aren't defending me right, which he may very well have been correct. This is very important because we see the difference being made between the legal counsel he had and the legal counsel now. The legal counsel he had was about to, let's say, go with the fact they couldn't get him out of the thing. Remember, I told you it was a risky move when he pled insanity, but that was thrown down. But now his new legal counsel is like, hold on. They're saying you're not insane, right? Well, let's play with logic. Let me see statements. Ooh. These guys have good lawyers. They're good lawyers. Shout out to those lawyers. That is a good move. Let me tell you why. He already tried a massive move in order to plead insanity. So the lawyer was with that, okay? Whatever he told him, he was with that. He's ditched that legal counsel. So now his mentality is like, that doesn't mean I stop fighting back. So this legal counsel has stepped up and said, okay, he's not crazy, so let's have this happen. Let me see two statements, which he has the right to see. Something does not bode well. Something does not bode well. If they're asking for two specific people's statements, they're looking for things that may be off with the statement they're using to indict them. Now remember, this works in favor of his situation because the courts already claimed he was sane. I was sane? Okay, then let me look at these statements. Now remember, prosecution has already requested DNA from these guys, which is differentiating from Florida law where DNA and things are collected up front. So they're doubling back for DNA after you didn't collect it up front when that goes hand in hand with a violent crime. So it's almost like evidence to even pertain to them being guilty was not found at a later date. But how come you didn't have the DNA to test it, but you need it now when the bill of information is being made, which is going to be used to indict us? Now the game has thickened. You have Dedrick D. Williams who went and asked for a video expert. Didn't I say if they get experts involved, something's going to turn up? I said that. Forensic expert, audio expert. They're making the best moves in the defense, fighting for your life, being accused of a crime that you feel you have not or may not be fully guilty of, or you're trying to show we were not alone. They're doing the perfect. Micheal Boatwright asked for statements now. Here's the trouble. If these lawyers of these defendants find they're all synonymously fighting in a way that does not jeopardize each other, turning on each other, team up, something's going to come out. Something's going to come out. Because see, if it's in favor of each other and they're benefiting each other, something will come out. These suspects will level up. You ever see those games where you're battling through a quest and you're using multiple people to fight and they start doing team attacks, leveling up like Final Fantasy, fighting as a team? That can be the prowess they take to this case, and trouble is brewing for whoever the alleged mastermind is, or other affiliates that are yet not in custody or are on a witness list or something that they're accusing of having done something. This does not bode well. And it's all because of how they waited on it. See, Micheal Boatwright made a bad move going for insanity. Then they found the evidence in your grandma's car. You see, that way they were like, well, he was trying to hide evidence. He's not insane. That was a smart move for them to go there, even though it took them longer. However, they found it. But now I got different counsel. It's time for us to look at this and take a different approach, because this did not happen that way. That alone is the perfect defense to fight back against something you do not feel happened the right way. And if there's video and audio to match things to not have happened the right way, you jeopardize your journey and through law. This is not good. It's not good for, I'm looking at objectively, it's not good for the other side. This is perfect for them, because if they do not have bail, whether they have a bail or not, if they do not have bail, because publicly the bail where we're able to access says something different than what we're being told, and that may be the official one. Whether they have bail or not, this isn't good, because this is confirming the fact that there could have allegedly been a mastermind plan behind the setup. Remember my video, go back and watch it. Dedrick D. Williams mastermind charges. Type that in. TheCzarr come up. You could type TheCzarr in it. I said this from the jump. I said this. But instead of taking the route of saying, well, we ain't do it, these boys are smart. You can tell either their counsel, they're smart. They're saying whether I'm guilty or not is not the case. If the focus of information is planted towards showing a new side of someone else. Wow. Wow. This is an incredible play for law. This is an incredible case. It is not good for the Stanterson situation, but it is an exciting case nonetheless. We've never seen anything like this. And the state's granting it. Do you know what had to be making sense for experts to be granted? Let's look at how smart it is. Let him get the grant for the experts first. Then we're going to work into getting the statements. If that's not a team game, these lawyers are equally genius. At this point, that was the only hand to play versus going against the state and how they allege they found the information. Oh my goodness, this is exciting. It's exciting. This is someone who was allegedly pre-law. Let's just put it that way. I'm telling you, it's exciting. It's exciting. That's why you got to keep your 8th. The 28th is when it's going down. However you can get to it, however you can check it out, do so. This is exciting. It's not simply about justice for John. This is about changing our nation and the history and our understanding of how law is devised because of so many holes in the mainstream high profile case. But suspects taking a step to actually show evidence instead of just talking through someone did it. I could say, oh, he really did it. And the person's like, no, I didn't. But they didn't take that route. They said, let's get experts involved. Let me check out their statements. They're doing it like they were studying law books in there. If their lawyer totally went through it and said, we're going to do this, that would make sense. But if they said, you know what, I want to do this, and they studied up. That was an ingenious move to try and clear their name. Because who says their safety's intact being out here right now with all the fanatics and the way it's being pinned on them? Very wise. I mean, there was no better way to go about this. It seems like when I did videos, there was someone listening. Whether it was their lawyers, I doubt they were watching. But someone was listening that was around them to even think this. I was saying the lawyers have to play a certain way, and now they are. How do you think it's going to unfold? Do you think they're just doing this for show? Or do you think they really got something on their hands? We're going to find out the 28th. You know how I rock. All rights reserved.